Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce you to a truly groundbreaking discovery that's shaking up our understanding of water and ice. Today's presentation is titled, "A Revolutionary Discovery is Challenging Everything We Thought We Knew About Water and Ice." We'll be exploring something called ice XXI, also known as the ice that refuses to melt. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through what makes this discovery so fascinating, how it defies our previous knowledge, and what implications it might have for science and beyond. So let's get started. This breakthrough could change the way we understand water forever. Imagine ice that stays solid even when it's warm. That's not science fiction anymore, it's now a science fact. Researchers have just discovered a completely new type of ice that remains solid at room temperature when squeezed under enormous pressure. This is what we call the ice that defies warmth. It challenges our traditional ideas about ice and water, opening up new possibilities for science and technology. This discovery ties into our overall theme of innovation and how understanding water better can lead to groundbreaking advancements. Each version of ice has its own unique structure, kind of like different patterns you can make with the same set of Lego blocks. This highlights just how varied ice can be. But here's the interesting part. Scientists have discovered that ice isn't just one simple thing. It actually comes in more than 20 different forms, and these forms depend heavily on temperature and pressure. So when we think about water and ice, we often assume they're pretty straightforward, liquid, vapor, or solid ice. But the reality is much more complex. Water can change into many different states, each with its own unique structure. This all ties back to the bigger picture, that water, and especially ice, is more complicated than it seems at first glance. It's a perfect example of how nature often defies our simple assumptions and reveals a deeper, more intricate reality. As we explore the fascinating world of ice, you'll notice that under different combinations of temperature and pressure, water molecules don't just stay in one form. Instead, they arrange themselves into distinct patterns, creating a variety of ice structures. Each of these arrangements results in ice with unique properties. Some types are denser than others, which can affect how they melt or how they float. Others can conduct electricity, which is pretty surprising given what we usually think about ice. And interestingly, some forms of ice even form at surprisingly high temperatures, defying our usual expectations. This diversity shows that there's a whole hidden universe of ice beyond the familiar frozen water we see every day, and understanding these different forms helps us appreciate just how complex and intriguing water really is. Now, let's look at how this process is repeated hundreds of times, often at different speeds, to gather comprehensive data. This repetition is key to ensuring accuracy and capturing the full range of structural changes. Moving on, we use ultra-fast X-rays to track these changes in real time. This allows us to see exactly how the material responds under extreme conditions as they happen. Next, the diamonds are squeezed together with incredible force, creating the immense pressure needed to simulate extreme environments. To prepare the sample, we place a tiny droplet of water inside a diamond anvil cell, which is essentially a device designed to generate those high pressures. So, putting it all together, this experiment is about squeezing water to its extremes, using rapid, precise steps to understand how it behaves under intense pressure. Now, let's talk about how scientists actually create these exotic ice forms. They use a device called a diamond anvil cell, which might sound complex, but imagine two tiny diamonds pressing together with incredible force. When water samples are placed between these diamonds, the pressure becomes so immense that it changes the water's structure, transforming it into different, often mysterious ice forms. These tiny diamonds can generate pressures that exceed those found at Earth's very core, allowing us to explore conditions that are otherwise impossible to achieve. This technique is crucial because it helps us understand how water behaves under extreme environments, tying back to our overall goal of discovering new states of matter and expanding our knowledge of the natural world. The XFEL, or X-ray free electron laser, played a crucial role here by capturing snapshots of the water molecules as they rearranged into this new ice structure. What's really fascinating is that these images are taken in real time, allowing us to actually observe the transformation as it happens. Scientists use these ultra-fast X-rays generated by the XFEL to monitor the entire process from start to finish. This real-time imaging gives us a detailed view of how molecules behave during phase changes, which is essential for understanding the fundamental nature of water and ice. It's a perfect example of how advanced technology like the XFEL is helping us visualize processes that were once impossible to see directly, tying back to our overall theme of innovative scientific observation and discovery. This new form, ice XXI, is truly fascinating because it maintains its solid structure even after being brought back to room temperature and normal pressure. Unlike any other known ice form, ice XXI remains stable in these conditions, which is quite extraordinary. What makes this discovery even more intriguing is how researchers managed to create it. When they carefully released pressure at just the right speed, water molecules locked into a completely new and previously unknown configuration. This breakthrough is significant because it expands our understanding of ice and water's behavior under different conditions. It also ties into the overall theme of exploring the hidden complexities of simple substances like water, revealing that even something as familiar as ice can still surprise us with new forms and structures. Water is more complex than we ever imagined, with implications for both chemistry and physics. When we explore these new ice structures, it opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. For example, fundamental physics can benefit from understanding these unique forms, which might lead to discovering new materials with extraordinary properties that could be useful in engineering and technology. On the other hand, from a material science perspective, studying exotic ice forms helps us better model conditions inside ice giants like Neptune and Uranus. This knowledge is crucial because it allows us to simulate and understand the extreme environments in our solar system. So, why does all this matter? It's because these insights not only deepen our understanding of water itself, but also have broader implications for science and technology, helping us innovate and better understand our universe. Who knows? The next discovery might be even more extraordinary than ice XXI. It's exciting to think about what new forms of ice we could uncover in the future. This discovery really opens doors to finding even more exotic ice structures that we haven't seen before. Scientists are now actively exploring different compression techniques, trying to push the boundaries of what we can create and understand. They're also developing new monitoring methods to better observe these phases as they form and change. All of this work is part of a larger effort to deepen our understanding of ice under extreme conditions. So, the future of ice research looks incredibly promising, and who knows, maybe the next big breakthrough is just around the corner.